Hi everyone, welcome back to the third part of the video. I'm going to show you how you can create your assignments, how you can work on these in the browser and co-author documents with students, how you can copy assignments over to your other classrooms, and also how you can set grades. So if you just go to the Scholantis portal and sign in, and go to your My Site. So here I'm just going to show you with Rowan Simon's Chemistry 10 classroom. As you can see, we have 3 assignments that have already been set. You have the graph at the side which shows you drafts, so who's already begun working on the assignment, who's turned it in, and who's already been assessed. To create a new assignment, if you click on the New button, give it a title. You can set the due date, so if you want that to be completed in a few weeks maybe, and when you want to assign that. For example, if you want it to be set for next week. And then you can just click the tick at the top and it will update that for you. And if you give it a description, you can insert a document if you've got a Word or an Excel or a PowerPoint. You can bring it in from your computer, your OneDrive, your shared docs, your Google Drive. So as you can see, you've got loads of options now for where you want to bring documents in from for your assignments. Here I've just brought a Word document in. On the right, it says not copied. Now, when you attach new documents, they're automatically made available as reference material for students. So if you'd like to provide each student with a handout which they can edit, click on the Not Copied button and that will change it to Copied to Students. And now every student in that classroom will have a copy of that handout which they can edit in the browser. Click Add Assignment. That's just updated all of that for you. You can view the Word document in the browser. And this is great because you don't need any of the software downloaded on your laptops or your mobiles or anything like that. It's all just in the browser. You can edit the document if you want. And then as soon as you close that, the following changes will automatically be changed. So if we view that again, we can see the changes there. Now at the bottom it tells you who started, and you would see the submissions here if people had already turned it in. So Alistair and Alison haven't started this yet, obviously, because we've just set it. And at the top here, it will show you which date you've assigned that for and when it's due. Okay, so if we just go back, and now you can see that's been added to the assignments. It says at the bottom, assigned in 6 days. And in 6 days' time, that'll just come up on your students' My Site, and they'll know you've set a new assignment and be able to see that. And you can edit them from this page. If you just click on the editing, maybe if you want to change the title or when it's due or assigned by. Now, as you can see at the top, you've got the future, current and past. So we can see which assignments are set in the future, which ones have been set in the past, and the current ones. So now I'm just going to go into one of the assignments that we've already created. You can edit this online. Just get rid of that. Then that'll update automatically for you. We can see when it's been assigned by, when it's due for. We can view the documents that we've uploaded. So we uploaded an Excel spreadsheet, and we've got a periodic table handout here for the students as well. Okay, so Alistair's turned his assignment in. So we can view his chart in the browser, and then maybe we notice that one of his answers just is a little bit out and doesn't quite make sense. So we can go back to the assignment and make a comment. We can send that to him. We can also return his assignment to him now so that he can work on it, because once a student's turned their work in, it locks the assignment so they can't work on it until you've assessed it. So we can return that to Alistair now, and when he goes back onto his assignments, that piece of work will now be back in his drafts. If we click on Alison Taylor, we can see she has a piece of work in draft here, which she edited 3 days ago. And maybe we go on this assignment and view it, and we think that this chart's been completed. So we can turn that in for her, like so. We can also copy that if we think it's a really great piece of work to her portfolio, which she can then export to take if she's leaving school and she's applying for universities. But again, in the next video, I'm going to go on to the portfolios and go into all that in a little bit more detail for you. We can also add students if there's anyone missing from this assignment. So for example, if we wanted to add a couple of students in, it's the same as the access page on your wizard when you're creating a site. You can go to the address book, find students, whichever ones you want to add in. And then there they are in the not started. Obviously they don't have pictures, but if they did, their picture would be there, like Alison's and Alistair's. And now as soon as they start on that, it will go up to the submissions bit here, either draft or turned in. You can also start an assignment for your students. For example, if they sent you an essay in a Word document or something like that, you can just click on their name at the bottom here, and then that'll move them up to submissions. And now you can see that her assignment's in draft, and you can go in and upload any documents for her. And then once we've turned this in for Alison, we can give her a grade. So if we think this is a really great piece of work, we can click on the Not Assessed button there and give her an A star. Now the grading is all freeform, so you can give them whatever you want, which will help you to know how they did in that assignment. I don't know, you can give them 6 tigers if that's something great for you. And once the assignments have been graded, they can't be taken back or edited again unless you as a teacher return it to them for them to make changes to. And then if you just click on the tick button, that will update that for you. So when you go back now and see assessed, you can see that Alison has 6 tigers. So I'm just going to show you quickly this from a student's perspective now. So if we sign into Alistair's and go to his assignments, as you can see, he's part of the Chemistry 10 class. So now he can see where all his assignments are at. He has 3 that are in drafts. So when he clicks back onto this assignment, he'll be able to see the new comment, check the last answer, it doesn't quite add up. He can view that. He can see his last answer here. He can click on the edit workbook, edit in Excel online, which means he can just work on it again in the browser, and he can change that. So once he clicks off that, he can preview his change just to check that it has updated and that everything's okay there. And then if he's happy with that again, maybe he'll make a comment back to Rowan Simon, and he can turn that in. Also, maybe a student turns it in and then changes his mind. He might want to add something else to the assignment. He can take it back. If he thinks that the assignment needs something else, or there's part of the assignment that needs him to create a new Word or Excel or spreadsheet from scratch, he can click New, Word document, Excel, PowerPoint. Again, he can make one of these in the browser, give it a title. He can work on this online. So when he goes back here now, he'll be able to see the new Chemistry 10 homework that he's uploaded. He can view that. He can edit it in the browser again. He also has the opportunity of inserting files from his computer, his shared docs, his OneDrive, his Google Drive. And he can also drag and drop files. So if he saved an Excel onto the browser of his computer, he can just bring that in and drop it there and it will upload for him. He's also added a bit of information just to remind him maybe what the assignment's about. So he's put periodic table, homework. And then he can turn that in. And again, Alistair also, like Rowan Simon, has the opportunity to copy that to his portfolio. We also have a great new feature, which is our notifications piece, which is the bell at the top right hand corner here. So every time a change is made in the classroom, for example, if Alistair makes a comment, it will turn up in Rowan Simon's notifications, or if Rowan Simon, his teacher, gave him a grade, it would come up as an alert on his notifications, and when he clicks on it, he'll be able to see that Rowan Simon commented or assessed a submission for him. So when he clicks onto this, so this was one of his other ones, he can see that he's been given an A. And this is just really great because it means you can instantly see anything that's happening on your portal and whenever any changes have been made in one of the classrooms. So now when we go back onto Rowan's classroom, and we go back into that assignment, we can see that Alistair edited this a minute ago. We can click on to see the following changes. We can see his new comment here, maybe give him one back. We can view the changes that he's just made, so he's changed that to a 6, and also preview the Word document that he's uploaded. And then if we think that's good, or maybe it's not so good, we can give him a grade on that. And then when we go back to the assignments, we can see that now 2 have been assessed and what grade they've been given. You also have the option of going to your assignments, clicking on the summary here next to it, and here you'll have the name of the student, what grade they've been given, when they turned it in, and whether they were late or not. So this is really great when you're doing end of year reports or when you're doing assessments, just to make it easier to see what grades they've received. What I'm also going to show you quickly is how to copy assignments into your other classrooms, or maybe a classroom that you've shared with teachers from your year or in your department. So as you can see, what we've done is now we have tick boxes at the side of all your assignments. So if you click on that, you have the option of deleting them, passing them to your archive, and we now have a drop-down copy button. So he can copy that to his Biology 10 class. We've created a shared science classroom, so if we copy it into there for now, when we go onto that classroom, you can see it'll be in there now. So there it is. This just gives you a chance to share ideas maybe with other departments. Teachers can use this as a foundation to create their own projects. They can copy that then into their own classrooms. And like I've just shown you, they'll be able to do with that assignment everything that you've been able to do with your students. And to create a classroom like this, when you create your classrooms as I showed you in the previous video, instead of inviting students in, you can just add whichever teachers you want in that classroom into the teachers box on the Access tab. And this is what it'll look like when they come in to view it. So they can see when you've assigned it, they can edit it if they want to. Obviously there's no students in this classroom, so no one started it, and there's been no submissions. Okay, so I hope that's helped you with assignments and showing you how to create them, how to work on documents with students and make comments, how to grade the assignments, and also how to share assignments with other teachers in different departments. So in the next video, I'm just going to show you how to work with your portfolios to make the best out of your online classrooms. Okay, thanks guys.